Okay, so in today's video I have got the Harry Potter Crystal Art sticker album. So this is similar to the Disney 100 one that we had. So yeah, if you want to see me do some of these, then keep on watching. Okay, so I first of all opened the book up and had a little flick through. I think there's like, I can't actually fully remember, I think there's like 160 odd stickers in this one that we've got to collect. In this one I originally obviously you just saw I went through some and showed you which ones we was going to do today. I'd originally picked out 10, and then as I was doing them I actually realised that some of them take a little bit longer than I anticipated, so we went from 10 to I believe we did 8 in the end. So yeah, I first of all started off with this one, which is just Harry's glasses and lightning bolt scar. So this one obviously didn't take very long at all. There wasn't very much obviously going on with this one, but it's just quite a simple sticker, which obviously, as you can see, was done pretty quickly, and then I just put it into one pile, and then I thought we'll just do exactly what we did with the Disney 100 ones, and we'll just complete them, put them in a pile, and then at the end, once I've done a few, we'll then put them all in the book at the same time. So obviously, like I said, in this one I only did 8 stickers because they took quite some time, some of them, but I have got another I've got basically a box full of more stickers, so if I do 8 every single time, then I've got enough for, it's either another 3 videos or another 4. So if you do enjoy this one, please let me know. Make sure that you like it and leave a comment just to let me know that you want to see some more of these. Sort of quite generally my Disney 100 videos did quite well, but yeah, if the Harry Potter ones are of interest to you as well, then please let me know. I've definitely got some cool ones left in the box that I'm really excited to do. But yeah, I'm definitely nowhere near sort of having the full set, but I do have quite a few, like I said, ready to go for future videos, and obviously after that point I will buy more of them so that I can hopefully try and fill the book up, and if there are any duplicates that I get, I will probably pop them on my Vinted, and then yeah, obviously if there's any, if you're doing these as well and there's any that you're missing, then just pop on there and have a look and see if there's any on there that you need. If there are, then obviously I can get them sent out to you. So yeah, I will leave the link to my Vinted in the description so you can go and have a look if you want to. But yeah, this next one that I did, as you can see, is Aragog. So some of these I did kind of find, I mean, it's generally kind of quite self-explanatory and quite obvious as to why, but some of these stickers are quite dark. Obviously with this one you can't really tell like the colour variation. I believe there was 2, possibly 3 different colours into this one, but to be honest it didn't really make a difference whatsoever, and obviously filming is actually quite hard to sort of capture what that one actually looks like because it's so dark. But then on the flip side of that, you have ones like this, like the little potion bottles, and again they don't take long to do, but these ones are just so much brighter, and yeah, they just feel a lot more brighter and nicer. Obviously I want to collect them all, so even the darker ones I'm still going to put in here, but yeah, the ones like this, like I said, just feel a lot brighter and a lot more kind of nicer to do. They're easier to do as well, because I feel like when I'm doing the darker ones, sometimes it's actually quite difficult to kind of tell where you've been and where you haven't, and because I obviously do one full colour and then change, it's yeah, it becomes a little bit difficult to actually see what you've got left to do, and if you've missed any spots, or if you've actually completed the whole colour, or if you've still got a bunch more to go. So yeah, that is sort of something to keep in mind, which is a little bit frustrating, but other than that it's not really too much of an issue. The only thing with these ones that I'm doing now, I absolutely love these. I think they look so cute, they're great. I've got quite a few character ones similar to this left in the box to do. But yeah, the trouble is they're very, very repetitive. Obviously, as you will see here, when I was doing her hair, I was kind of just putting them randomly, like dotting them randomly all over the place, just to kind of mix it up a little bit, rather than doing it sort of completely like in one straight line. I was just kind of going with it. Because the trouble is because obviously it's in such sort of like a random pattern, you can use the opposite side, which will obviously pick up more than one in one go, but then you have to kind of manipulate where they've been placed anyway, and sort of like move them around and place them in different places anyway. So by the time you've done all that, you may as well have just picked up one and just placed one instead of placing 3 at a time. So for some spots that was fine, like on Luna's robes, that was absolutely fine because everything was uniform, it was all in one line, so that wasn't too much of a problem. The sort of other end of the I forget what they're called, but the other end of the tool was quite useful because, yeah, like I say, they were all sort of in a line, so it was easy to just kind of slot them in and just put them in. They didn't really need moving that much, so that was really helpful. But yeah, the trouble is obviously when you've got so much that's sort of repetitive, but it's not really in that much of a straight line, then you've kind of got to choose between obviously just placing one at a time or placing like 3 or 4 at a time, but having to like move them all around. So yeah, like I said, by the end of it, you've basically done probably more work because you've placed them and then had to move them around instead of just placing one and moving on and doing the next one. And then sometimes sort of when you've placed them and then moved them around, you then kind of realise that you've actually got to move them around a little bit more. And even on this section where the crystals were pretty much in a straight line, obviously on her robes, there were some like dots that were a little bit further apart than others, so because of that also became a little bit of a faff to sort of get them in line. But yeah, this definitely did help a lot more than just doing one at a time on that particular section. But I was kind of, throughout doing all of these, I was kind of trying to find different sections where I would be able to use the opposite side and try and actually get them done a little bit quicker, but for the most part there wasn't really too much opportunity to do that. Even in this one, where obviously you would think that some of them are quite uniform, because obviously it's like the acceptance letter, it's a rectangle essentially. Even these were sort of curved, so yeah, it became a little bit difficult to even do it on this one. And again with this one, there was 2 different colours in this, as you can see. Obviously I've just done the first colour and then moving on to the second, and yeah, you can see that there's not really much colour variation in it at all. It kind of feels a little bit pointless having the 2 different colours in there, because they are basically exactly the same, as you can see. But yeah, I obviously understand that they're doing it to add sort of a little bit of definition or like highlights or shadows or whatever, but for the most part you can't really notice it. Even like when you're building it up and nearly done, it still doesn't look that much different. Like even looking back at it now, like I can't really tell like on the camera that it's much different at all, and even like in person, like looking through the book and having a look at this one, you can't really tell that it's much different at all. So yeah, that's one thing that I would say with these is a little bit disappointing, is some of them are very much sort of one colour, which I suppose is quite difficult to actually make that any other way and make that any different. But yeah, there are definitely some where I feel like they could have put a little bit more work and a little bit more effort into them, or even just made like the colour variations just that little bit extra different, like, you know, make the shadow parts just a little bit darker, so it actually stands out a little bit more and makes it a little bit more like obvious. but other than that, for the most part, for all of the stickers that I've either done in this video or the ones that I've got left in the box, I love them all and I think they are absolutely great. Obviously the character ones like Luna and like this Dobby one that I'm doing now, I think they're great. I think they're drawn great, the colours are brilliant, other than obviously, like I said, the ones that don't really have too much variation, but for the most part all of the character ones do, because obviously they've got sort of hair, they've got skin colour, they've got clothing that they're wearing or whatever else. So for the most part, sort of the character ones aren't too much of an issue. It's just the ones where it's sort of like more of an object. Even in sort of like Harry's glasses, the first one that I did, obviously there wasn't too much colour variation in that either, but that one would sort of be a little bit more difficult to do anyway, because the amount of crystals on that one was so much less anyway. But yeah, this one that I'm ending on is one of my favourites. So you'll see when we put these stickers actually in the book in a minute. This is paired with another sticker, and the other sticker that it goes with I have actually got in the box, luckily. So yes, I think my next video on these will definitely have the paired, sort of like the other side in it, so that we can see in the book what it's actually supposed to look like. But yeah, I've definitely got quite a few sort of stored up to sort of have a go at, but even just looking through the book at the description of like what should be in each space, I just want to buy more of these and try and collect more and more. So yeah, obviously I can hopefully try and get a full set, because I didn't manage to get a full set of the Disney 100 stickers. I bought a few, but I definitely didn't buy enough to even fill the whole book, even if all of them had been correct and I hadn't had any duplicates, which I did have quite a few duplicates with that one, but I didn't buy nearly enough stickers for it. But yeah, hopefully with this one we can actually make a full set and fill the book up. With this one, you'll notice that I was really having difficulties placing that one, because the shadow doesn't line up with the actual thing itself like at all. If it's sort of like lined up in one area, it's incorrect in the next, and you can see the same thing with Dobby there. He was kind of plonked in the middle a little bit. It was quite strange, and that was another thing that I would say. But yeah, so they were all of the crystal arts that we got this week. If you want to see me do another one of these videos, I've still got some more stickers left over. So yeah, let me know down below if you enjoyed and if you want to see another one. But yeah, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!